The U.S. by the government has started a Fed shut following the Seanad unsuccessful to accept on a new budgeting. In spite recent bipartisan meetings, the draft to foundation by the government before February 16 did not get the required 60 votes. It is the at first shut always to occur time the identical side, the Republicans, controls convention and the Whites building. In answer, the Whites building charged Democrats of keeping legal countrymen prisoner above their foolish demands. They put policy over our domestic safety, war families, sensitive family, and our nation's capacity to be all Americans, Representative Sarah Sanders told. But more Democratic Seanad lead cast Schumer told CEO Donald Trump card had rotated downward to bipartisan trade-off deals and did not click his side in convention. It was not clear that way the voice would go as the stroke of midnight last date close, in Republicans and Democrats break on key issues. The building of Representatives elect 230 to 197 on Thursday overnight to expand financing before following monthly, but the action unsuccessful to undergo the Seanad by a profit of 50 to 49. 5 Republicans elect versus the draft time 5 Democrats ruined ranks to supporting it. The recent U.S. shut happened in 2013 and lasted for 16 days, for that lot Fed employees took a constrained keep of lack. Lot by the government offices will shut as Fed law requires agencies to close downward if convention has not posted cash to foundation them. Domestic parks and monuments are as well potential to person closing. But significant services will yet work. These involve domestic safety, mail services, air traffic monitoring, inpatient care services, disaster outpatient medical, calamity aid, imprisonment, tax and power general. In the several hours up the voice, CEO Trump card voiced downbeat, tweeting how it was no looking nice for our large war or security and safety on the really hazardous southern boundary. Not looking nice for our large war or security and safety on the really hazardous southern boundary. Dems wish a shut-in procedure to assist detract the large successful of the tax intermittent, and which they are making for our rapidly developing economics. He guest cast Schumer, a comrade New Yorker, to the Whites building for recent ditch negotiations but they unsuccessful to discover adequate overall land. Growing on in time after, Mr. Schumer said reporters several advance had been done, but a nice quantity of disagreements remained, consisting a distinction in view concerning the Democrats' wish to expand negotiations for else 5 days. The play of chick ended in a chief-on collapse. Republicans are concerned to sticker the Schumer shut or, substantially, their law. Seanad minority group lead cast Schumer and his comrade Democrats, in the assist of a few Republicans, locked a draft how would include stored by the government outdoor, at low provisionally. Determination liability and apportioning accuse, yet, are two evidently various endeavors. Democrats will claim how they had a transactions in the CEO on their bipartisan trade-off how turned on migration reformation, just to include him behind off for how fatal indecency-laden oblong office space meet recent 1 week. Republicans will box the as liberals setting not documentary migrant protections above war willingness and public health insurance coverage for impoverished guys. The accuse play began at stroke of midnight, and the victor has yet to be solved. Usually, the losing in these types of showdowns is the side incoming the struggle in the minimum popular, bad news story for Mr. Trump card and the Republicans. The nice news story, for both of sides, is how their policy basis will be excited they are game tough. Intermediate poll year, Love 2018, tend to promote the type of gathering the base maneuvers. Now how the link has been crossed, that could be a prolonged, hideous struggle. The major ivory of competition has been Democrats' demands for more than rather than 700,000 not documentary migrant who introduced the U.S. as family to be secured of exile. These dreamers, as they are named, were given interim legislative statute by a program set by ex-CEO Barack Obama. In September, Mr. Trump card announced he was end the program and enabling convention before March to go up in a replace. The Republic CEO and Congressional Conservative Party include been with the question as a bargaining microchip in and try to twist acquiescence of Democrats. Mr. Trump card wants financing for hard new boundary controls, consisting his offered us Mexico side. Republicans added a sugar substitute to the draft in the shape of a 6-year expansion to a public health insurance coverage program for family in reduced-income families. But Democrats wish the program stretched constantly. No one side wishes to be detained, reports foreclose by the government as intermediate elections weaving loom in November. But the shut is problematical for 10 more Democratic senators who are up for de-election the year in state won by Mr. Trump card. They are potential to-person voters. The fall among a hello of assault ads pretending they close the U.S. by the government to assist illicit migrant. Democrats will expect to attention critique on the CEO and the Republicans' capacity to manage. Lot-fed agencies will shut downward, but significant services will go on to work. U.S. Defense Registrar Jim Mattis told how above 50% of his division would not go to job, and several support, learning and intellect operative would go to a stop. Domestic parks and monuments could person closing, that caused an irate social response for the recent shut in 2013. Preliminary to the Voice, the Trump card authority was, according to reports, manufacturing accident plans to hold the domestic parks, fleeing if no transactions is achieved. Visa and certificate handling could as well be detained.